First story is titled, Am I the a-hole for kicking my boyfriend's friend out after what he did with my food? My female 28, boyfriend's male 30, childhood friend, male 30s, recently moved in with us after his place was ruined by fire. One thing I learned about him is that he loves being in the kitchen and cooking food. He's taken over the kitchen, not letting me cook my own meals. Since I'm allergic to certain ingredients, before eating his food I ask him if he put extra ingredients to make sure I don't eat food I'm allergic to. He'd lie and say no. So far, he's done it twice, resulting in my skin getting affected. I started cooking my own meals since he won't stop lying about putting certain ingredients in his food and causing me to find out the hard way. He clearly doesn't take it seriously and probably trying to prove my allergy doesn't exist. In the evening, I went to take a shower after I was done preparing my dinner and leaving it in the oven. My boyfriend's friend was in the kitchen the entire time, but was sitting at the table playing with his phone. After I got out of the shower, I went to check on my dinner, and almost immediately after looking at and smelling it, I noticed something was wrong. I asked if he's done anything to it. He shook his head, saying he didn't do much. After tasting it, he said he just added X ingredients since the meal lacked something. My dinner was ruined since I couldn't eat after he added ingredients I was allergic to. I snapped and yelled at him, telling him he had no business touching my food, and asked him what exactly his problem was because it looked like he was trying to prove a point of some sort. My boyfriend joined the argument. His friend's face turned red, claiming I was raising my voice for no reason. I told him to leave after arguing back and forth. My boyfriend gave him a ride to a mutual friend's place. That's how the other friends knew. And the next day, they lashed out at me, calling me toxic, mean, heartless, controlling, and that I overreacted, and should try to drive a wedge between childhood friends and kick him out while he's struggling. They berated me and demanded I apologize publicly, but I refused. To clarify two things. One, he said he thought the dinner was for all of us since he didn't cook. Suddenly no longer wanted to cook after I started making my own meals. And two, throughout the entire argument, he said he didn't know I was allergic to that ingredient that he put in my dinner. But I'm sure I've already mentioned all the things that I don't eat in my meals. Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. Of course he told the other friends a highly biased version of events. The reality is that he knowingly and intentionally put allergens in your food. This person could not be trusted, period. Food tampering is also a felony. He's lucky you're not pressing charges. Not the a-hole. Maybe she should. Not the a-hole. And then she can be an a-hole to everyone because how could you? And it was just an accident. And he didn't know you were allergic. And you're so sensitive. And are you even allergic? Oh, wait. And it was just a prank, bro. Honestly, depending on how severe her allergic reaction can be to that ingredient, she freaking should. Real life has real consequences. Even after saying depending on how severe, I'm like, screw it, dude. Not depending. Just do it. Not the a-hole. He was purposefully poisoning you after you let him stay in your home. He knows you're allergic and sneaks it in your food anyway. In a lot of states, that is considered assault and could be prosecuted. Cut him off. Anyone standing up for him deserves to be cut off too. Yep, I agree 100%. A normal person doesn't contaminate someone else's food with ingredients they know the person is allergic to. He should definitely apologize. Not the a-hole. Now for the next story. Am I the a-hole for insulting my sister-in-law after years of holding my tongue? My sister-in-law is low class. I really have no better way of putting it. She has a 10th grade education, thinks she's smarter than everyone else, and brags to make herself seem like more than she is. At her core, she's white trash, plain and simple. My brother's the only reason she's not living in a trailer right now. She will bluntly talk about her sex life, about things she's done, and stuff that nobody really wants to hear. She'll also openly insult me, and I'm told by my parents to just accept it and not make waves with my brother. For 8 years, I've tolerated her on the basis that she makes my brother happy. This weekend, we were all together and she began talking about how my brother is a blanket hog. My fiancé laughed and admitted that she was the blanket hog when we shared a bed, and I never woke her up to get them back. Sister-in-law responded that she would wake my brother out of a sound sleep to get the blankets back, and that once he was awake, he'd be looking for something else. She then stated that I knew better than to wake my fiancé up, because I obviously didn't have my A game at the time. These feral comments are typical of the type of things she typically says. I replied, I can make do with a sheet and light blanket. I don't need to disturb her sleep when she gets up so early. She laughed. I'm just saying, don't wake us up if you don't have the game to back it up. My fiancé was a virgin when we got together. This is not well known, as it's really nobody's business but hers. At this point, I'd had a few drinks and I was feeling a bit prickish. I smiled and replied, I can confidently say I am the best that my fiancé has ever had in her life. Sister-in-law rolled her eyes, looked at my fiancé and asked, Really? I mean, I know you have to stroke his ego, but really? My fiancé laughed. Well, actually, he's right. He is definitely the best I've ever had, and that's not an exaggeration. Sister-in-law shook her head. In your whole life? Be honest, woman to woman, who's the best? My fiancé admitted, he's my first, best and only. Sister-in-law laughed. Wow, seriously? You gotta put some miles on those tires before deciding on the best. I interjected, well, when you buy a new model right off the floor as opposed to a used-up beater, you don't have to worry about who's been inside of it before you. Note, I do not think of women like this. I love and value my fiancé no matter what, and I drunkenly attempted to flip her own metaphor back on my sister-in-law. Sister-in-law became very quiet, and they left shortly after. My brother told me that my sister-in-law is very upset with me and says I called her a whore. I told him that I'd been holding my tongue for a decade for his benefit, and I was done putting up with her. I regret saying it, mainly because of the sexist implication and being drunk, but I stand by shutting down that line of conversation. Am I the a-hole? I regret saying it. No, you don't. If you did, you'd be apologizing to your brother and to your sister-in-law for that comment. Regardless if that is how you think of your sister-in-law and her comments, why the hell would you hang out with her? It's like you revel in the conflict and drama it brings. She sucks, but you're no angel. Think of some other way of resolving conflict than making sexist, disgusting comments like that. Everyone sucks here. Agree, everyone sucks here. Opie, if you have an issue with sister-in-law, say something to her face in a one-on-one discussion, rather than just think she is trash for years and then shame her in a group setting. The fact that you said, note, I don't think of all women like this, shows that you already know this was a bad thing to say. You really could have said nothing at all, or told her you don't like her implying things about her sex life because it's none of her business and rude. Definitely, everyone sucks here. Everyone sucks here. By all accounts, your sister-in-law is trash, but what you said is awful. Apologize to your fiancé, as frankly I feel she deserves it. The next story is titled, Am I the a-hole for telling my sister her body hair is ruining her dates? My sister 22 female and I 26 female both have PCOS. As a result, we have very thick, dark body hair and facial hair that can honestly rival some men's. I personally choose to shave regularly because I can't stand how it looks and feels. My sister used to shave, but about a year ago decided she wanted to stop. Of course I support her 100% and think she's beautiful. What she does with her body is her business. However, there is an issue. My sister uses old pictures of herself back when she was shaving and dating apps. This has led to a lot of problems in her romantic life. She often complains she never gets a second date, and sometimes people even leave mid-date. I think this is kind of her fault because she's being disingenuous about her appearance, which is a horrible thing to do. I have always bit my tongue and just supported her about this topic until recently. The other day, she was venting again about another failed date. She asked me why this keeps happening to her. I told her she should consider updating her profile pictures. She got defensive and asked why she would need to do that. I told her that it would probably help so people know what she looks like since she looks a lot different than when they were taken. She started getting extremely angry and said that a little body hair doesn't make that much of a difference and the right person won't mind a little hair. Again, our body and facial hair is very thick and dark and, in my opinion, definitely makes a difference. When I don't shave, I get a full mustache and beard, and my sister's the same. The people she's going on dates with aren't expecting her to show up with a full mustache and beard because her pictures show her clean shaven. I told her that she's beautiful, but she's giving people false expectations, which is why she's having bad luck dating. She should just be honest from the start and the right one will come along. But she was infuriated and said I was being unsupportive and misogynistic. She has refused to talk to me since, And my family's now calling me an a-hole too because they think I was shaming her. My sister even posted on social media that body hair is beautiful. The stigma attached to it is misogynistic. It sucks when your own family won't support you. Did I go wrong somewhere here? I love my sister and don't think body and facial hair is a bad thing at all. But I don't think it's right to basically catfish people and then blame them for not being interested and treating them like they're horrible people when you misled them. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Not a-hole. She's lied to those who look at her profile. And if body hair is natural and she's okay with it, why won't she update her picture? She's okay with her hair, proud of it. So why? Because she knows she won't get as many first dates if she did update it, is what I think. But it would solve the issue of people leaving in the middle of the date because they were lied to. Right. Her statement of the right person wouldn't mind a bit of body hair contradicts the fact she has an old pre-hair profile picture. Because she's not attracting the right person. She's attracting the wrong ones and going on dates with the wrong ones. She has to decide whether she wants lots of first dates or if she wants to really put herself out there with a new picture and try to find someone who will actually connect with her. Not the a-hole OP. You were honest but gentle about the whole thing. Exactly. If it doesn't matter, then a recent picture shouldn't matter either. Not the a-hole. I have PCOS. The honest answer is, if you choose to embrace the body hair issue, embrace it. But if she is claiming to embrace it, then not backing it up with being proud about it, then that's a huge issue. I also have PCOS and insulin resistance. I have a beard that would rival most men's, but I shave every day. I also have a pretty good happy trail as well. Not the a-hole. Wow, your sister loves being the victim, doesn't she? No offense. If I see a guy clean-shaved, then I meet him in person with a beard, I'd straight up call him what he is. Catfisher. Body hair or not, if it's something she knows will make people swipe left, she should put it up there. Doesn't matter if she has extra weight, shorter hair, or a facial scar. Changing pictures, will make people swipe left and meeting with them regardless is catfishing. And even if right guys show up, he would leave after being deceived. She loves complaining about them not staying when she's the one who catfished and wasted their time. Then blamed you when she asked for your opinion and got defensive. The fact that she also made a post doesn't help either. She loves being the victim, and it's on her, not you. Now for the last story. Am I the a-hole for not going along with my girlfriend's lie in her family's Zoom call? I, 22 male, was invited to my girlfriend's 21 female extended family's Zoom call where everyone eats dinner together and then plays games. As we were eating, they were mostly talking amongst themselves, and then one of her aunts said to me, "I've heard a lot of good things about you. I'm told that you're an engineer." So is my husband. He asked me what field of engineering I was in, as he is an electrical engineer at a major firm. I was a little confused at this point because that's not true. I work in the maintenance department at a children's hospital, and I'm a building maintenance tech. I went to trade school for building maintenance right after high school, and what I told my girlfriend was that I always wanted to pursue my bachelor's, but only after I've had time to save toward it. I do not want to take out loans. I told him, actually, I'm a building maintenance tech at XYZ hospital, but I'm considering my employer's tuition reimbursement program because I want to apply to mechanical engineering programs this year. It got really awkward, and her uncle was nice about it. Her uncle and her dad started asking me questions about what work was like in a hospital setting for non-clinical personnel at this time, and the conversation went in that direction. She chimed in when they asked her about school and her post-grad plans, but was pretty quiet. After the call, she called me on FaceTime and said that it was basically the same thing. And I said, if it's basically the same thing, then why did you lie about it? She explained that her aunts could be classist, and that it would have been better if I had just gone along with it, because I made her look stupid in front of her family, and that her aunts probably think less of both me and her now. I told her that I like what I do. It keeps a roof over my head, and I've been fortunate to keep my job this entire time, all without having a college degree yet. After she repeated that she felt stupid, I said I would talk to her later because I felt like the conversation was not going anywhere. But now I really feel like I did the wrong thing and made things complicated for her with her family. Am I the a-hole for not going along with her lying about my job to help her save face? Edit, I've been with her for 6 months. Not the a-hole. You were honest and managed a perfectly pleasant conversation with her family. Her fudging the truth is on her. If she was going to do that, she could have broached the subject with you to see if that was something you'd agree to doing for her. I have to wonder, is the aunt really classist or is she? I agree with most of what you said, except she didn't fudge. She lied outright. And she lied because, well, she's embarrassed to be with Opie. I'm sorry, Opie, but that classist aunt's excuse is BS. Not in the fact that the aunts may or may not be classist snobs, but that if they are, it's strictly a them problem, not an Opie problem. There's no reason why she wouldn't share your occupation. You are a skilled technician, and since you don't share her apparently rarefied birth circumstances, you are rightly worried about life-crushing college debt, the #1 ruiner of future behind medical debt. It's plain and simple to see. She thinks you, 1, have to be defended, which she should have your back already. But more importantly, 2, you can't be defended, so it's better to lie about you. I, 22 male, was invited to my girlfriend's 21 female extended family's Zoom call where everyone eats dinner together and then plays games. And then one of her aunts said to me, "I've heard a lot of good things about you. I'm told that you're an engineer." And set you up after girlfriend lied about your status. Professional courtesy denied. Her aunts could be classist and that it would have been better if I had just gone along with it because I made her look stupid. Girlfriend looks stupid. She lied. Opie looks honest and hardworking and may become an engineer. This is all in girlfriend. Stop lying, girlfriend. Not Dayhall. Lying is almost always the wrong way to go. And you sound like a catch. And that's the end of this video, folks. As always, leave a comment and hit like and subscribe. And if you want more of this content, turn your notification on to get updated on the latest videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe.